Hello everyone and welcome to Retail Archaeology. Today we're going to be taking a look at Brookstone, a mall retailer that in the very near future is not going to be a mall retailer anymore. They just recently announced they will be closing 101 of their stores, which is all of their mall locations, so that they can focus on their airport stores and their catalog business. If you're not familiar with Brookstone, they sell gadgets and massage chairs and things like that. I wonder what this display had in it. But their closest competitor is probably the Sharper image. You can see the store has a lot of the same similar stuff, overpriced cat ear headphones and audio equipment and really expensive massage chairs, which we'll see in a minute. Right after Brookstone announced their closing of their mall stores, they also filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is the second Chapter 11 bankruptcy they've actually filed for. They also did that in 2014, and then from then forward kind of bounced around being owned by a couple of different investment firms. Spencer's Gifts had actually made an offer for them at one point during that time, but that didn't go through. The particular store we're looking at is located in Scottsdale Fashion Square Mall in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is by no means a dead mall. This mall is very, very busy. And as you see through the footage, the store is pretty busy too, but I'm not sure if that's because of the closing or not. Now here's some of those really expensive massage chairs that I had mentioned, and these things are just out of control looking. You know what they remind me of? Seriously though, these things are super expensive and they look like they should be able to like travel through time, and dude, for that price they should be able to control mechs or travel through time. That's ridiculous. But speaking of traveling through time, let's do that through the power of the Wayback Machine. The internet in the year 2000 was just awesome. Check out that spinning bee up there in the top left corner. That's ridiculous. But this is Brookstone's website in the year 2000, and I thought this would be interesting to look at. For one, they have their company's history here, and I thought this would be an interesting way to just kind of go over the bits of it that we haven't discussed yet. And their history is kind of cool too. It started with a classified ad placed in a 1965 issue of Popular Mechanics and grew to a catalog selling hard to find tools, and then expanded there in 1973 to their first store in New Hampshire, which is also the state that they're based out of. The blurb about their stores being highly interactive is true as well, but I found this blurb here to be particularly sad. Unfortunately, I guess their interactive stores weren't their future. But let's go ahead and head back over to the main page, because something else over here caught my eye, this top 10 gift ideas. I've got to know what Brookstone felt the top 10 gift ideas were in the year 2000. And not surprisingly, it's a lot of the stuff you would expect to see over here, like a barbecue fork thermometer, a push sweeper that just has a stock Brookstone picture, and a Tranquil Moments 2 sound generator. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at that, because that sounds interesting. Better be interesting for $75. But see, I think that's part of the problem though. This was $75. You can get an app that does this for free now on, your Android or iPhone, so that might be part of Brookstone's problem. Let's go a little further into the future though, to the year 2006, which is just about a dozen years ago, and look, we can buy half an overpriced massage chair. But what's really interesting is looking a dozen years into the past, I'm seeing a lot of the stuff that I was seeing clearanced out at the store we were just looking at a few minutes ago, like, flameless candles or this nap blanket set, which I might add is very overpriced. We'll see later on in the video. But what I was surprised to find was back in 2006, you could order arcade games from Brookstone. That's pretty freaking cool. At least I thought it was cool until I saw the prices. I actually own a couple arcade games, so seeing the prices on some of these reproduction ones is kind of insane. There's no way I'd pay $3,000 for a reproduction Miss Pac-Man or Donkey Kong cabinet, and holy crap, Golden Tee was $6,000. I mean, the Donkey Kong cabinet's nice, but it's very obviously reproduction. But let's go ahead and travel back to the present now. So let's keep checking out this store closing sale. Like I mentioned, I feel like a lot of the stuff in here is very overpriced. Like here's a nature sound pillow. There's no way somebody was paying $70 for that, and I don't think they're gonna pay $55 for it now either. We were pretty interested to see, though, just how many people were coming in here to look at stuff and kind of see what was being clearance, but I don't think the prices were low enough yet to really attract a lot of sales. These look like maybe some leftover Christmas stuff. And then we weren't really quite sure what these were because they didn't seem to like function or power on anymore, but holy crap were these expensive. This Lightning McQueen thing was originally $80 and they still wanted like $64. And then $140 for that Spider-Man thing? What in the hell is that even? Here's lots more stuff that we didn't see anybody looking at, and it looks really kind of sad laid out in the display shelves like that. Those pieces of luggage were kind of cool. They had like built-in battery packs in them for when you're traveling, like charge your phone at the airport. But again, they were super expensive. Way more expensive than just a regular piece of luggage. And then look, here's that nap blanket set that we saw back in the 2006 website. And if you look at the prices there, you'll see what I mean by overpriced. They're still asking $40 for that. This is something that you could get at Target, something very similar for like $20. Just like one or two things per shelf thing is just really sad. And then over here, this just looked like open box odds and ends. Not sure what this was exactly. Looked kind of cool. Looked like it could probably blind you though if you didn't know what you were doing with it. And then here is the massager section. I guess you're supposed to pull that down with both of those straps and it massages your shoulders. That doesn't seem very comfortable. Those do not open carton signs are all over the place, and I imagine that's because the stuff that doesn't sell, they're actually going to send it back to the warehouse and then sell it through their catalog. Or maybe at the airport stores too. Now this I was surprised to see. Brookstone fidget spinners. I thought all of these had been like destroyed at this point. See, my daughter would love something like that, like those cat headphones, but they're just so expensive. And this I thought was kind of fun. This is like a little miniature barbecue thing that you can put your food in and rotate it to cook it. Like, this was actually kind of fun to play with. I was actually tempted to buy that, but I would never use that. That's like a gift you give to somebody that they never use. And then here's like the little executive games and stuff. And I always liked playing with this stuff at like Sharper Image and Brookstone. Little brain teasers and stuff. Marble Labyrinth game. But you could actually build your own labyrinth. That's actually kind of cool. Ooh, and Viking chess. I was actually kind of tempted to buy this labyrinth thing. I used to like playing with those when I was a kid. But look at how busy the store actually is. I feel like if their prices were just a little bit lower, they probably wouldn't be having the problems they're having now. Anyways, if you have any memories of Brookstone, I'd love to hear about those down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/retailarchaeology to find out how you can help support the channel. Hey, thanks for checking out my video on Brookstone, the weird gadget store at the mall. If you enjoyed it and you're not a subscriber, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and also follow at the social media links because that's the best way to keep up with what's going on with the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.